pretty zen, really.
And again, you know, what we saw, his Hyundai started well, not as well as Norby. Norby got away really, really quickly. But unfortunately, the track was so narrow with the two Golfs in front, he couldn't make any headway. Very slow start for Aurélien Comte and for Ivan Muller. And a slow start as well for Gordon Shedden. And then the Volkswagen side-by-side. Benani with the inside. Huff trying to come back around the outside so that he gets position for the tight turn 6. And then contact into the barriers they go. Norby gets a hit. It is, in fact, Benani's car that basically almost came through Ted Björk's windscreen. Brief fire, as he said. He hit the extinguisher button that put everything out. And this is what it looked like from the next closest seat in the house. This is real speed. Where are you going? You try and avoid the accident, and it comes to find you. Slow start for Ivan Muller. Ahead of Esteban Guerrieri. Guerrieri out-dragged as well by Gabriele Tarquini. Tarquini coming by John Philippi. And look how much you can see. Absolutely nothing. And then suddenly everything is stationary, and that was the hit. Guerrieri rather, shunted into the back, or into the side of the Golf, and the big hit from behind, I think, was a big concertina affair.
Yeah.
Jan Erlache's view.
Testament just how strong these cars are, and you know, hopefully we'll await confirmation, but at the moment it looks like there's nobody with any serious injuries, but yeah, clearly a very, very big accident.
Yeah. It did look as though Ivan Muller was in second on the grid. Now, normally they'll try and select neutral in the gearbox. Oof. Barriers already ripped out there before he gets to the scene.
O Marcos não pode entrar nesse tipo de tombo, ó, injetou, tá vendo? Esse tipo de tombo quebra osso. Perdeu a frente.
Batista here.
Yeah.
Big high side, snapped him right off. Unfortunately, Scotty was able to get up and walk away.
Yeah, this is of course between Gibinel. We just saw the gap, and there goes Stoner. That's a huge high side from Casey Stoner. Stoner is out of the Italian Grand Prix, but he walks away from what is an amazing crash. So he's so lucky to walk.
An accident. This is at the top end of the circuit, coming out of Arrabbiata 2, fast section.
Oh no. Really nasty high side for an injured man.
LUCU Grunwald lost control first. That wipes out Guevara and then Tanucci. Look at Grunwald's bike there. Thankfully, no more riders involved, but 3 all taken out at the very last corner. Watch the first of the bikes. He's run wide, loses it, wipes out Guevara. Thankfully, everybody.
Trotzdem irgendwo kommen ein paar Tropfen runter. Uiuiui. Oh.
As they round the right-hander, Bradl and Wimmer side by side, Roth behind them. Oh, and a terrible accident there as Reinhold Roth collides with a rider going much more slowly. Alex Criville in
Simone Corsi, who's got past Kenan Sofuoglu. Oh, and that is Kenan Sofuoglu, isn't it? No, it's not. It's Max Neukirchner with a left.
In practice 3, and it came, Daryl, after doing a practice start at turn 5.
Yeah, and you can hear the on.
Oh my God, that is a big
crash.
That is coming into
the brakes, and just the front goes, and wow. Amazing scenes here. Nicky Hayden goes down. And
white band around the tyre on the softer tyre compared to the other riders. Casey Stoner, even then, had the softer of the rear tyres. It caught all these riders. That right-hand side, that harder compound, as I said, that's arrived here this weekend. We haven't seen it since the beginning of the season. And the same tyre they ran here last year. Thankfully, after...
Oh no, it's just a huge high side. Oh. And Kyrodine gets caught by the bike of Nicholas Ayo.
Considering just, so out of 1 into 2, oh, he's gone down as he's grabbed the front brakes there. He had a heap of momentum coming off a lap time of a 31.
one of the Grassini men has gone down. Is it Takahashi? Vision slippery out there. Kelly Pirro now leads the way.
And crashes seems to be a theme here at Phillip Island this weekend. This is 19-year-old Dutch rider Jasper Ivemina through the hay shed. That is possibly one of the worst places to fall.
On the run-up towards the hay shed, Jules Cluzel.
Twist of the screw for the idle adjustment. The signal to the driver. Leah racing for her points light. Tony just racing for fun. Millen Trophy. Leah's car blows the whole body off of it at the top end of the racetrack. That thing just disintegrated. Tony Schumacher got the win, but that was the craziest thing I've seen. It's like the whole front of the car just disintegrated down there. Leah's car has come to a stop, and she is already opening the capsule, and Leah Pruitt climbs out of what's left of that Don Schumacher race car. Holy smokes. That thing, she hit the gas, it washed out, it moved towards the center line. Those two were glued together. They were 0.04 apart at 330. And then stuff started flying. Looking at the video up on the Sunoco Vision, the front half of the car is missing. And it came to a stop. Leah unbuckled and climbed out. That thing broke in the middle. As you watch it up there on a replay, we've seen that a couple of times, but not for a number of years. The chassis bowed up in the middle, and then when it broke, it arched up and flew away, up close and personal. So Larry Dixon do that a few years ago out in Gainesville, and that is a scary moment. But the one thing that you can absolutely see crystal clear, the capsule stayed intact. And after a wild flight, and a hard landing, parachute certainly helped slow the car down. It slid to a stop, and Leah climbed out and walked away.
Leah Pruitt's now been able to talk to her team and process the emotion of what happened. I've heard you explain it to them a couple of times. What happened?
Sure. Well, obviously, of course, we're going up an incredible teammate, and we got an incredibly fast car, and makes a move a little early, and this car's been very reactive, and all of a sudden, one thing I know, I'm hauling ass, the next thing I know, I'm sky high like I'm flying, and I held on, and I knew that this wasn't going to be good. But honestly, I have to say, and this sounds so weird, the amount of confidence that I had in the car, and I knew what was about to happen, and I've seen every crash that's probably ever been in drag racing, and I prayed, and I hung on, slammed back down, and I'm so thankful for the Don Schumacher chassis, for my entire crew, for all the safety, everything that's ever been implemented in Top Fuel for me to be able to walk away. So, man, I don't know. We're definitely going to turn this thing around. This championship chase is not over, but we just a little step back and we'll catapult forward. I know that.